Hi guys, so welcome back to another lecture, and what we are going to do in this lecture is implement the decrement button that we talked about. Yes, but before that I just need to talk about a few things. For people who actually tried doing the implementation of the decrement button using Redux, a big round of applause to you. And for people who succeeded or failed, for both of you a big round of applause. The reason is that it doesn't mean that you get things right always the first time. It's okay to make mistakes, it's okay to fail, but giving it an effort, giving it a shot is what that counts. So first of all, thank you everyone who has actually tried doing it. Now that being said, let's quickly get on with the code. So all we have right now is the increment button, and as you can see in the console as well, the moment we click the button, it will show all the console logs and it will increment the number to 1. So you can see there's a number 1 as well as there's an increment number function. So as this suggests that we might have to have a decrement number function, and the same number can be used. So the first thing that we are going to do is, as per the diagram that we had, we start with our UI. So let's quickly go ahead and write our UI for ourselves. So let's go back to our number.js file, and just the way we had increment number, let me copy all of this and make this a decrement number. Now of course things will not work exactly the way you want. Let's make this a danger for the style. Let the number be there, and let's make this a decrement number. Now this will not work yet, so let's keep it to increment number. The reason is we haven't incremented the changes. So let's just change this. So let's just change the look and the feel, or there is a saying that you just change the beauty of it. So now you have decrement. Now again, there will be a problem because you have an offset of 4. Let's make this an offset of 5, and let's put this into the same column. Rather than giving an offset, let's actually put the button here. We do not need the offset class. Let's see what happens. Okay, both are together. Let's just quickly give an offset of 1 out here. So maybe we can just spread it across a little. Okay, so now you have your increment and your decrement button. Of course, the moment you click this, it will still increment because you've tied the same increment action to your decrement action. So now that our UI is taken care of, let us quickly go to our action. That's the next step. So let's go to our action. So let me pull up the actions file, which is this one, I guess. No, this is not the one. Reducers, actions. Okay. So as you can see, there's an increment number. We need something called as a decrement number. And once you have implemented an action, the second action is very easy and straightforward. You may definitely just go ahead and copy this and change the logic a little bit. So instead of increment, you will make this a decrement. Similarly, just the way you have a constant for increment number, you will have a constant for decrement number. So let's call it as DEC. DEC. Now that the decrement number is there, you can just copy and paste it in the type. So now your action is very ready. Let me just recap what we did here. So just the way we had export function for increment number and a constant for increment number, we created something for decrement number, as well as we created a function for decrement number. The only difference that these two functions have is an increment number type and a decrement number type. Everything else remains the same. Now let's move on to our reducers, which is the next step. So we did the UI, we did the actions. Let's move on to the reducers. So let's go to the reducer file. Now you can see there is a switch case where you have a case for incrementing a number. Again, it is as good as copying everything from increment number and changing the logic a little bit to decrement a number. So let's do that. So let's just copy and paste it, and let's say decrement number. Now again, instead of doing a state number +1, you'll do a -1. Everything else remains the same. Let me remove the console log. I don't think so we need it anymore because we have everything established. So now that we have everything here for decrement number, we can save the file. Now we have done two things. One is we created an action for decrement number, and two, we created a reducer, which means in the reducer we added a case for decrement number, and we decremented the number by -1. So let's quickly go back to our number.js, and I will mostly wire this in, but I'll take a pause in this video. I will let you do the wiring, and let's see how you can wire the action as well as the reducer. So that way you can do it yourself, and if not, you can watch the next video. And of course, if you have any questions, let me know in the Q&A section or in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next class.